Syndrome, the games keep on coming. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. It is March 2022, but you all are probably already knee-deep in Horizon Forbidden West, Destiny 2 the Witch Queen, Elden Ring, many other games. It's out of control, but we're not stopping. We're going straight into March. We got some more heavy hitters. Let's go. So first up on March 1st is Far Changing Tides. This is the sequel to Far Lone Sails, and you're on this boat. You gotta keep it moving. You're going through storms, you're scavenging. Adventure puzzle game. Looks super cool. Never really played these games, but I just love the mood. Also March 1st, Shadow Warrior 3. Shadow Warrior 2 came out all the way back in 2016. This is a reboot trilogy. The original Shadow Warrior I played as a kid. It's reminiscent of Duke Nukem 3D. I loved these games when I was like 7 years old, just carving through demons with a katana in Japan. And 2 was co-op. They tried to do a lot of weird things with Shadow Warrior 2. This one goes back to its roots. It's single player. Reviews are already in for this one, and they are a little lukewarm, but swimming in sevens is right where you want to be with Shadow Warrior.
South Amon has devised a trap to lure only the hardiest heroes worthy of Zal Totem's revival. Something no muscle-bound fool can resist.
Released on March 1st, finally, Conan Chop Chop. Finally releasing 1 to 4 players, Castle Crashers style, online and local co-op. And it just looks like a jolly time, looting around, fighting around. There's like a ton of weapons and economy. I'm hyped for the economy in this game. I love a good economy on a couch co-op game. I'm super into it. Cannot wait. And actually on Mike and Brad, we're gonna be streaming it. So if you're watching this Thursday, tune in.
We all have our reasons for Babylon's tower to fall. But not everyone has the power to make it happen.
Next up, we hope we're swimming in sevens with Babylon's Fall. This is an action RPG that focuses on combat, and you're trying to get to the top of a tower, Peachtree's Dread style. We're gonna wait to see how this one shakes out. We'll wait for the Damiani Ben Moore nod or shake for that one. We'll wait and see. Then on March 4th, it is good to be hyped again for Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 7 is imminent, kind of sneaking up out of nowhere. Just with all these huge games, even if you're a massive one, it's so easy to get lost in the shuffle. But Gran Turismo 7, tons of content from Daniel Bloodworth. He's going to be going all in on this. I definitely want to stream this. This is one of my favorite video games to play with my brother. Just such strong bonds with Gran Turismo. One of the greats. And I just haven't been this hyped for one in so long. Feels like the perfect time for this game. Cannot wait. That same day, it's out of control. Triangle Strategy. Development is being led on this by Tomoya Asano, the producer of Bravely Default and Octopath Traveler. The visuals and the vibes are off the charts. Off the chart. Like, 10 out of 10 doesn't even do it justice with how good this game looks. I'm hoping for GOTY caliber material here. It's all going to come down to the pacing, the story, the combat. High hopes for this one. Tell you what I don't have GOTY hopes for is March 11th, WWE 2K22. This series needs a win big time. Recent history has not been kind to this series. Hopefully a year off and a complete gameplay overhaul change that. But either way, however it shakes out, expect some streams from Easy Allies with some wrestling shenanigans as there usually are. Then coming out on March 15th, the most anticipated game of 2022, certainly going to be the highest selling game of 2022. That'll be Grand Theft Auto 5 Remastered. GTA 5 coming out 9 years ago. We're coming up on the 10th anniversary, and it is still dominating the charts, dominating people's lives. Grand Theft Auto 5 and online just will not quit. But with the recent GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition sketchiness, wait and see how this remaster shakes out. Honestly, with how much money this game has made, the issues with the Trilogy Definitive Edition, there is no excuse for anything less than a flawless remaster, Rockstar. This thing better be flawless, not one blemish. We're watching you. Then coming out on March 16th, Tunic. This has been a long time coming for this Zelda-inspired adventure game. We saw this at E3 PC Gaming Show. Remember E3? Remember what that is? The E3 2017 PC Gaming Show. I'm sure you can find a clip of us just losing it, getting hyped for this game. It is finally here, all these years later. Cannot wait. Then coming up on March 17th, the return of a dormant franchise, the Settlers reboot. If you're unfamiliar with the Settlers, it's a real-time city building game. The last mainline entry was the Settlers 7 Paths to a Kingdom, which came out back in 2010. So it's been quite a while. Always down for some city managing and building. I like when there's dinos in there. Don, I'm talking to you. But Settlers, it's just got a warm and cozy feel, so let's see how this one shakes out.
Mia and I must survive.
Then the next day on March 18th, Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. Defeat Chaos. It's an action-adventure game set in the Final Fantasy universe with some Limp Bizkit thrown in there for good measure. This is going to be the feel-good hit of the year. Cannot wait for this game. The hype is infectious from Damiani. I don't think he's ever been so hyped for a video game in his life. Just action-adventure, Final Fantasy universe. Can't wait. There was a demo a while back, and I think mostly people really liked it. It was like a little bit divisive. There, people were making fun of it here and there, but it was surprisingly cool, and my curiosity is at an all-time high with this game. Then on March 25th, the hits just keep on coming. It is relentless. From Tango Gameworks, Ghostwire Tokyo. It is time. It's been so long since a Tango Gameworks game. Evil Within 2 came out a while ago. But to get us hyped for Ghostwire Tokyo, out of nowhere, they released a visual novel prequel for free. You can just download this, play this. It sets up the events of the game. I have not tried it yet, but I'm definitely gonna make sure to play this before Ghostwire Tokyo, obviously. It's just gonna set up the world, and I'm just so pumped. It is like an action-adventure open-world game. You're doing ninjutsu, fighting off Freako demons in Tango Gameworks fashion. Cannot wait for this game. One of my most anticipated of the year, no question. Get hyped. And then that same day, pretty crowded, so I don't know if I'm gonna have much time for Tiny Tina's Wonderland. This is a sequel to Assault on Dragon Keep. Looking cool. I've been off of Borderlands for a bit, but, fantasy dragons, easy to pull me back in. Also on March 25th, you pull the shades, you play Ghostwire Tokyo at night. But when the sun is shining, you hit up that mouthful mode in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Mouthful mode looks so good. You're sucking up cars, you're sucking up vending machines. Kirby's out of control. Not only that, Waddle D-Town. Some huge evolving town, Terrytown style. So hyped on this. You get to unlock mini games and play online and compete. Kirby looking strong this year. Probably gonna be one of Nintendo's best.
Flesh eaters. Took your husband. Killed your son cold. Time to dig up them shooting irons.
And lastly, on March 31st, Weird West. This is a top-down immersive sim western. Looks really cool. Actions you do are permanent. There's stealth, weird supernatural powers you can do. Action is kind of twin sticky. It looks very complex though, you know, like a Deus Ex, immersive sim style. Definitely one I'm keeping my eye on. Weird West, sure to be a sleeper hit of the year, hopefully. So that is it for March 2022. Woo! A lot of games coming out. We already have had a lot of games coming out. We're working our way through them. There is just not enough time in the day or the evening or the night or the morning or ever to play all these games. We are Easy Allies though. I am Michael Huber. If you can't play them all, just hang out with us on twitch.tv/EasyAllies where we're playing all these things, talking about them, reviewing most of them. And until next time, keep your head above water. Love and respect. See you next week.